So iyabuza so xa ndimbethe umuntu ndimjonge emehlweni okanye no imjwaphe emegxeni because intloko ayizukubetha so uyijonge intloko.
Yeah, I saw that.
Look at his shoulders, man. Don't look at he gonna hit with the hand. He gonna hit with the hand. Yeah.
So that SMS is probably telling me someone is taking money from my account. Somebody is paying for
Themselves.
something using my account. Look at that.
Oh my god.
Ain't no way on hell I am fooling something like that.
But that one looks like a food killer. Not I mean,
Oh, that looks like more like a, you know, don't know these ugly dogs with that face. Ooh, look at that one.
yo, you see that one? That one is dangerous.
Let it
See that
do
one?
yeah.
It win, yeah.
Yeah.
See that one?
Right.
Back with the bang.
Right.
Sharp Josh.
Right. Right.
Nice to see you, neighbor. Yeah, George.
That's probably
Been a long time, man.
That's probably Nilesh. Nilesh. I wonder why there's
It's
okay.
Slick Talk and I'm back with the video. I was like, hey, it's Slick Talk and I'm back with another video.
No.
Hey, Slick Talk. Slick Talk. It's Slick Talk and I'm back with another video.
Slick talk.
You should.
The It Girls. Nobody messes with the It Girls. Hey,
You use that nigga. You use that nigga, meaning you know.
do you know that you're live? There is Mr. Ndwendwa. Jeez, nigga, I haven't seen you in a long time. What's happening, Mr. Ndwendwa? Siyabulela Nabe, good day. Kanye, good day. You know, when I read that name, you know, there's a short circuit. It's like when people are talking about 1 million, you know, they get that short circuit. When I read that name, Kuma Kanye, Patso, you are on a short circuit. Yeah, short. Something needs to be fixed there. When we grew up, there had to be. When we grew up, there was this song. Yonagele, my lungi swe. We used to sing that song. So, yeah, man, guys. Hope everybody's well. Hope everybody's having a great Friday evening. I know some people are busy preparing right now for the evening. You know, to go and do some chukuso and you know, and have some fun. Obviously, some in the name of the week was long. I need to reward myself, you know, and yeah, man. So whatever the case is, I just want to say, I hope you had a great week. Hope you had a great week this week. And yeah, man. And for those who are not going to the Mjukuzo, those who are still pandering and pandering and hustling like myself,
Talking about me.
we have an incredible meeting today at 7, and then at 8, I'm hosting my business partner and friend from Saudi Arabia. It's gonna be a very interesting one. But that one is reserved for my business partners. So unless you are saying to me that you're going to be my business partner, then only I can invite you to that particular meeting. So with that being said, guys, so the topic of this video, of which I would really appreciate your guys' participation. I am of the belief that home-based businesses are the business of the future, right? Home-based businesses are the business of the future, right? And this is one of the reasons why. Let me see if I can get. Let me see if I can show you that. Do you see that? So where I am, it's about an hour from Pretoria. Some of those guys in the traffic are going to Pretoria, right? Do you see how slow the traffic is? And that's a daily phenomenon. Every single day, in the morning and in the evening. So, so this is something that is quite popular. It's a norm right here in Joburg. But where I come from, PE, traffic was starting to be a bit of a challenge on some major routes, because of the fact that people are becoming prosperous, right? People are working, people are making money, and modern day families, both husband and wife, are working. As a result, you've got more vehicles on the road. So, but here it's become a norm. People travel. They spend an hour or even more on their way to work, and another hour or more on their way back to work from work. So that's like 2 hours just sitting in traffic. And that's got to do with the fact that this is how we work, right? This is modern society. So my assertion is, I have a lot of friends, right, that I was in varsity with. We were studying for one of the scarce skills in the country called quantity surveying. It used to be known as one of the highest paying professions, quantity surveying. But when I touch base with the guys that I used to work with, it's amazing to see where they are today. If I were to ask them, of course, and I don't ask them directly this way, but if I were to ask them, did you know that, when did I graduate my third year? I graduated my diploma in 2008. I finished, so 2009 I was working. So that's what, 11 years now? 11 years, 12 years? From the date I graduated until today. 13 years, right? Yeah, imagine when I share high school in. Imagine there's 1 million, cloud demands in 1 million, then the 2 million lay. Yeah, but that one I don't put that it. Yeah, but so when I speak to my friends, and we're just touching base, and if I were to ask them one question, right? When you did your first year, when you were starting university, wherever you come from, did you perhaps have an idea that you'll be where you are today 13 years down the line? I can tell you right now, 99.9% of them, they will say, no, I did not. Right? No, I did not. I thought, by this time, I'll be living in my dream home, driving my dream car, staying in my, having kids, 2.5 kids and a white picket fence, living happily ever after. Statistical, So as a result, or you can take the half and make it a dog if you want to. But statistically, on average, average middle class family has got 2.5 kids, right? Statistical. So of course there's no half person, but it just means either 2 or 3, right? So they will tell you that they never thought that they will be where they are today, right? And most of them, they saw what we do and others like me, in terms of, trying to sell something, trying to hustle, trying to build something, right? Failing and trying over again, and not taking the safe path, of building a career and so forth. So they will tell you that, they're not where they thought they would be, right? because it's no fault of theirs. It's got nothing to do with who they are, how they think, or whether they're intelligent, whether they're not. It's got nothing to do with that. It's got everything to do with the time and age we are living in. One of the things that people have to come to understand is the fact that the time and age we're living in, it's characterized by one thing and one thing only, and that is accelerated change, right? Change is happening so rapidly, and there's a lot of instability in the world, be it world economies, be it whatever the case is, right? There's just a lot that is happening, If you look at right now, let's take just the construction industry. If you look at the amount of backlog that exists in the construction industry, you wouldn't understand why, and understanding the spin-offs that the construction industry has on the entire economy, it baffles the mind. Why is everybody not doing what they should to make sure that we are able to eradicate bucket systems, we're able to eradicate informal dwellings, we're able to eradicate the fact that people have to walk 10, 15 kilometers to go to school. That still exists even today, in the rural areas. We eradicate lack of sanitation and stuff like that, right? I mean, that could take this country, economically speaking, to a whole new level, right? But why nobody's doing it, I have no idea, right? And most of us, we are not even in any way, shape or form in control of influencing that. What's the best thing then we can do, right? Yeah, you studied civil engineering. Yeah, you studied architecture. Yeah, you studied quantity surveying, project management, construction management. You studied interior designing. You studied all these beautiful things. But it's just that the market is not performing the way it used to perform, right? It's because of so many different things that are at play today, of which, we really have no influence over. We have no influence over. I'm sure I see Aaron Cohen is here. He will tell you of the amount of backlog there is in housing, right? I think we're supposed to be producing about 2 million houses a year for us to eradicate the housing backlog. We're not even doing 100,000. So it's a compounding a problem. But all I'm saying, guys, is that there's nothing we can do to fix that, right? There's not much we can do to fix that. Right now in the Eastern Cape, there a property development conference of something, in the ICC, and everybody who was everybody and everybody who wanted to be everybody in that space was there. But I can tell you now, very little is actually going to come out of that, right? Because it's not the first time we've seen something like that. It's happened over and over and over again. Where does that put me as a parent who's got kids taking care of, who've got a family to take care of? Where does that put me? Do I sit and hope and say, I've got a degree, I've got experience in this particular field, and therefore I'm just going to hope and pray, that the economy turns around, that, government prioritizes, construction, infrastructure, eradicating infrastructure backlog and so forth, So, I can't do that. That I can be waiting for the next 20 years, right? And what kind of excuse is that? What can I say to my kids? No, my son, I was waiting for the government to do stuff, otherwise, see, I've did my part, I've graduated, I've got my diploma, I've got my degree, I've did my part, just that the government or the industry didn't play part in giving me a job, and therefore, do you understand? That doesn't make sense, guys. That doesn't make sense. So all I'm saying is that we need to then take the onus on our own hands. When what we know doesn't work, something out there that we don't know does work, right? One of the things I really pride myself on is the fact that when it comes to money, I am very curious. Maybe not as curious as I should be, but I am very curious, right? Why? I grew up in poverty, right? I don't want my kids, for my kids, it must be an academic subject. When we talk about poverty, they must not experience that, right? So that means I take the onus on myself to do whatever it takes, right? If I need to forget about my academic training over the last whatever number of years and go and hustle like a dropout, I am actually going to do that, right? So, and I've been doing that, by the way, right? I only worked 18 months for a boss, and for me, I did not get fired. I was asking Neo right now, if he knows anyone close to him who got fired. And I'm trying to imagine what the emotions, what emotions do they go through? How do they feel? Having been fired from a job, you've got responsibilities, you've got a family to take care of. How does that feel? For me, I just couldn't get myself to wait for things to happen for me to find myself in that position. A lecturer who was teaching us price analysis in third year, this guy said, in this industry that you guys are starting to be in, one thing I can guarantee you, because the economy works in cycles, there's booms and there's busts, you are 100% guaranteed that at least 4 times you are actually going to be, you're actually going to lose your job. I was like, huh? 4 times? And what do I tell my kids? Daddy got fired. We can't go to that school now. Let's go to that other one. We can't. Guys, I can't fathom that. As a parent, I don't know about you, but I can't fathom that. So that is why for me, I decided, you know what? Even before my kids are born, let me go and hustle like my life hangs on the balance. And that's what I did. I worked only 18 months for the boss, and I resigned. I didn't get fired. I resigned. But was it challenging? Of course, yes. Was it difficult? Of course, yes. Were there failures involved? Of course, yes. Were there, emotional turmoil? One day you feel excited. It seems like things are coming together. One day you feel like a bum because things are not working out. The wife is asking for money for nappies and you don't have it and you feel terrible. You feel like a failure. You feel like dusting your CV and going and apply because your friends are actually still having jobs, right? They have a salary every single month. So yes, it is a challenge. It's going to be difficult. It's not going to be easy, but I can guarantee you that it's going to be so bloody worth it, right? It's going to be worth it. So what I'm saying is that if you find yourself right now in a job, you're fortunate enough to find yourself in a job in this day and era, please make it your responsibility. Find a way, even though you're still in a job, find a way to actually create for yourself another income stream that can then, surpass your salary. Find a way, right? And keep on working at it. Even if you are doing double, on your side hustle than what you're doing in your salary, in your job, keep on working at it, right? Up until you know that you are ready for this to be a full-time entrepreneur, and you got what it takes, and you're willing to go all the way, right? So develop speed, yeah. So that's what I'm saying, guys. And find a way to create. Yes, I'm JD. You need to find a way to create an additional income stream. Right now, guys, I was listening to something, and this provoked me in a big way. This guy was saying, in this day and age, so this guy was saying that in this day and age, if you are not making 7 figures on your side hustle, it's your fault. Like, what? He says, in this day and age, if you're not making 7 figures, it's your fault. Had to sit up and think about it. I'm one of those people who I don't easily take offense and stuff like that. I actually get motivated instead of being offended. It's like one pastor once said many years ago. I was still living with my grand, staying in my shack. And when this guy said, I'm Xhosa, we take this thing of being a man very seriously. Very seriously. So this guy said to me, yeah, I like this question. So Loliza asking, are all of us meant to be entrepreneurs though, right? Now I love this. Loliza, you haven't got my book yet. I answer that in the book. let me answer it informally. Okay, so what is an entrepreneur? Who is an entrepreneur? Right? Is an entrepreneur a Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk? Is it a Petrus Motsepe who owns a mine or mines? Who is an entrepreneur? An entrepreneur, according to the definition of the dictionary, right? An entrepreneur is someone who takes a financial risk, hoping for a profit, right? In other words, my grandmother, I like to make an example of my grandmother. She was not educated, no matric whatsoever. Domestic worker all her life. And when she lost a job due to ill health, she lived for another 30 years. How did she survive? She started selling, right? She would go to the fresh fruit produce market. She would buy stuff that's taking financial risk because there's no guarantee what she's buying she's going to be able to sell and make a profit. For me, that is an entrepreneur. That's what the dictionary just said. An entrepreneur. So someone who goes to the China Mall in Joburg and buys phone chargers, phone covers, screen protectors, and goes and stands on the robots and sells those for a profit. That is an entrepreneur, right? Someone who is enjoying, right? Someone who loves health and fitness is enjoying Herbalife products, right? And decides that they are actually going to share with their friends and family their results, right? And how they got those results. And when those friends and family want to have the same results, maybe losing weight, whatever the case is, I know nowadays, not just losing, people are also gaining, but they gain in specific areas, especially ladies. But we're not going to talk about that, right? We're not going to talk about that.
Talk about it, man.
But and people use the Herbalife products and also, the training method that they get from guys who've been in the Herbalife business for some time, right? So for in my view, I think it's not a matter of can all of us be entrepreneurial. In fact, I say all of us should be entrepreneurial. We just need to find what is it that either comes naturally to us or is easy for us to do or is worth doing, right? So for me, I'm supposed to be doing these live videos every single day. You notice that there are days I don't do them, right? Why? I'm an introvert. People don't realize that I'm an introvert. I have to master a lot of courage for me to come here and talk to you. It takes a lot of courage from me. But I have to do it, right? I'm in the business that is called network marketing. For that, I need to talk to people. For that, I need to speak in front of people. For that, I need to, talk, right? Like tonight, I'm having, a presentation. We're having maybe 300 people or so that are going to be attending the presentation. And I'm going to be talking about ways of making money online in this day and era, right? And I'm going to master the courage necessary. I'm going to, yes, boy, you can do it. Look at, I've got, if you can see there, right there at the back, on top of that door there, you can see that there's my family there. I've got another family portrait there, right? So whenever I feel lazy, I just look at that portrait. I'm like, Endot, you're not doing it for yourself here. You're doing it for those people, and they deserve rich parents. I'm like, Freystad, let's do it, So of course I'm over exaggerating, but I mean exactly that. I mean exactly that, and that is. I mean exactly that. You can do it, guys. It's I don't know, guys. For me, the chances of the opposite happening, and that is you losing your job, and that is you not being able to afford, taking your kids to the, to the school that you like and so forth, we're not talking overseas trips yet, we're not talking dream cars yet. We're just talking just the basic fundamental necessities of life, you being able to provide the best of your best, for your kids. Can you imagine you take your kids to a private school and you can barely afford to take, your kids there, and guess what? They get there. They want to learn violin. They want to learn golf. They want to learn. And those extramurals actually do come at a price. What do? You're going to traumatize your kids and not let them go there when other kids are actually going there? Why take them there in the first place? Because then they've got this emotional turmoil trying to think, why me? Why am I, and have these insecurities, which it's going to take a lot of time and effort for them to actually grow out of as they grow old. I know this, I'm talking from experience, right? So guys, it's, for me, it is so worth it. It is so worth it. Of course, I did my first network marketing business in 2007. I was still a student. First, still a student. I had to stop and focus on my studies, right? The second one I did was in 2014 with IFA, right? I only started seeing breakthrough in network marketing only in 2017. That's when I started making serious money. The rest of the time, I was always wondering, is this worth it? Is this worth it? Is this worth it? Because I was putting a lot more money, a lot more effort, taking from my other businesses, putting a lot more money, a lot more effort into this thing, which was not necessarily yielding results. But when those results came, it was like a flood, right? So what I'm saying is that whatever course of action you're going to take, and you know that it's worth it, anything that's worth the while, guys, it's not going to be easy, right? Whatever course of action you're going to take, make it a point that you are not going to quit whatever happens. Someone talks behind your back and says, but you're a graduate. Why don't you understand? Why are you doing these things? Please, it doesn't matter what they say. They said the same thing about me. When I quit my job. I quit my real estate business. I quit a program I was in, Public Works for Emerging Contractors. I quit those to focus on network marketing. Everybody thought I was crazy. Right now, they understand the genius move, that I took in quitting everything and focusing on network marketing. I'm not saying you must do the same thing. We are not the same, right? I had to put myself in that position, and I work like nobody's business, right? So what I'm saying is that you don't have to wait for you to be in that situation. You can be in a job today, working a job that you enjoy, but just for the sake of you having a form of comfort, a sense of comfort, knowing that, whatever problems you're going to experience in life, let not money be one of those problems, right? For me, that's my biggest motivation, right? Whatever problems I'm facing in life, I know this is life. I'm going to have problems, challenges, whatever, but I don't want any of them to be money related. And by doing that, you will realize that you eliminate 90% of all, of all the problems. Eliminate the money problem. 90% of all other problems or potential problems simply vanish. It's amazing, guys. So, as what's this guy's name? As Steve Harvey says, I recommend money, guys. I highly recommend money. Right? Have 99 problems. Don't let money be one of them. And how do you do that? Find a system that works. Work it like nobody's business. Be willing, to take the next year, 2 years, fighting it, working it, and you never know, and when your breakthrough comes, I promise you, I don't know if you've noticed, how many millionaires do you know who come from network marketing? How many people do you know who were cashiers? Today they're network marketers. Today they are network marketers and they're living large. They're living their dream life. I've got lots of friends in different businesses, that are not, that are network marketing related, but different, some are products, some are financial services. It doesn't really matter. But what I'm saying is that those people gave it their all. It took them some time, but they finally got their breakthrough, right? They finally hit their vein of gold. You can experience the same. You definitely can experience the same. It's just a matter of time. As long as you don't give up, as long as you keep on going, you will find your breakthrough. So let me just read through the comments as I close. Yes, my session tonight. Okay, I will email you the link. Sorry, I will inbox you the link for tonight. And Zizibo says you're motivating. Thank you very much. I'm a professional teacher. Can't wait to make money and resign. I understand exactly what it feels like to be in a place where you feel like you're underappreciated, you're underpaid, you're underutilized. You know that there's more to you than whatever is happening. I know exactly how that feels like. So yeah, find a business that works. And don't mind if you find that you do this one, you work at it, you realize that it's not working, you've done everything you can do. If you feel like doing something different, still maybe network marketing, whatever the case is, just do it, man. Life is too short. Just do it. So Lejuana says, where can I get the book? I will inbox you the details. My distributors are still trying to secure distribution through the bookstores. However, I still enjoy selling it, this way, where I get to interact with people. One of the things that I want to do regarding this book, The 21st Century Business Model, I actually want to do a course, like a video course, where I take you through, each chapter, and I think I'll be able maybe to even elaborate more there and so forth. But we're still planning it. We're definitely going to do it for the sake of those who are maybe you're driving a lot, in your work, you want to grab, and then just maybe listen. We're also working on the audio version of it. But yeah, soon and very soon. Yeah, man. So guys, let me love and leave you. Those of you who are joining me tonight, I needed to hear this. I am so grateful, Gwen, that you feel that way. Happy that you found value in this meeting. I'm so happy for that. So yeah, man, let's go back to work. Let me go back to work. Let me prepare for my session tonight, which I am so excited about. Thank you very much, guys. Stay blessed. Love you all.